See, so everyone is seeing my screen and you all know how to logging into the Salesforce and you all know how to create the records and you know how to access some certain options, right? So we'll continue that one. Okay. See how I logged in here. There is an option called login.salesforce.com. So how I got this username and password? So we have been signed up, right? We have been signed up. Okay. So I can say this is nothing but one of the user. Okay. So let's say, for example, just a generalized example. Okay. You consider this is one of the actor or end user or person, whatever it may be. Okay. He's a software engineer. This is also one of the actor or end user or something, whatever it may be, a person. Okay. I can say this is a doctor. Clear? How can you say this person is a software engineer? Ante boss me raser kada software engineer and fix outunara. How can you say this person is a software engineer? How can you say this person is a
by profession?
Exactly, profession, right? Due to the profession. Okay, right? Here, profession is nothing but a profile based on the user profile. I also having one profile, teaching profile or software engineer related profiles. You also have one more profile, student profile or software engineer related profiles. Doctors also different profiles will be there. Neurosurgeon profile, neurosurgeon doctor, cardiosurgeon doctors, gynecologist, dentist. What all becomes as a doctor, but they have their own specializations. That is nothing but a profile. Okay. So in our business also, okay, for Crompton also, for Crompton, you know about Crompton. From Crompton, two departments are there. What are they? Sales department, service department. These two are the end users. These two are the end users. What I'm trying to say? These two are the end users. End users. Clear? End users. What do you mean by end user means? Okay. End user will logging into the system. He will utilize the application and he will create the data inside the Salesforce. Clear? So how many end users we need? Two end users. One from the sales department and then from the service department. For example, I'm just saying. But when come to the part of in the industry, okay, you have to create many sales department end users, many service department end users, because many people will be there. You might aware, right? If you go to your industry also, IT industry also, many Salesforce developers are there. Many QA people will be there, right? So similarly, there are many sales department people will be there, many service department people will be there. So I can call that as a end users. I can call it as a end users. End users means who will utilize our application and they will store the data inside of Salesforce databases. Okay. And there is a one more people will be there called as admins. What are they? Admins. We are the administrator as for time being today. Admins develops the application. Right? Admins develop the application or a project, whatever it may be. End users will use the developed application. What end users will do? So we need a clarity on this. If not, you will get so much of problem. What admins will do? They develop the application. Admin or a developer, what they will do? They develop the application. For whom they develop the application? For end users. Who are the end users? Sales department and service department. What end users will do? They'll use the application what you have been developed. By using that, they'll store the data. Any doubts so far here? So I'm talking about the users now. Users inside a Salesforce. How to create a users? How to utilize the users? Clear? See, when you done the sign up, so when you done the sign up here, right? Here you given some details. Which details you have been given? You given admin details or end user details? Yes, we have given the admin details. First sign up when you're creating your Salesforce. Okay, when you're creating your Salesforce account, we have given some details, right? Those details are nothing but these one, right? So at that time I have created a admin related or developer related logins. Okay, he's not end user. Okay, he's not end user. He's an administrator. Same. Real time also same. First administrator will be there. What do you mean by administrator? He will control some certain things. Under his control only everything will be there. So that is the reason. First, what we have been created administrator by just doing the sign up, right? So see, this is the administrator, right? This is the administrator. Okay. Under this guy, one Salesforce account is there. Okay. One Salesforce account is there, or Salesforce org I can say. Okay. Whatever he want to do, he will do only inside a Salesforce org, not outside. Clear? Are you understanding it? I'm very slow. When you sign up, when you did sign up, you got end user logins or administrator logins? Administrator logins. In the real time also the same thing. Now, administrator will develop the application, will develop the end users, and will give access that application to the end users. Administrator will develop application. Administrator inside a Salesforce will develop application. Administrator inside a Salesforce will develop a end user. End user is nothing but user. Okay. And will give access this application to the end user. So end user will use this application. Are you getting the point what I'm trying to say? We'll do the same thing now. Clear? Any doubts so far?
No, sir.
Yes. Administrator. For your question, the answer is administrator. Will he create user access to the end users? Yes. Administrator will create user access. Right? User access means giving application permission to the end user. Clear? Now, when I log in like this, first of all, I'll go to the classic. Then again, I'll switch to the lightning experience. I'm going to explain you in both. right? Now I'm in a classic or lightning experience? In classic, right? Okay. I want to know whether I'm an administrator or not, first of all. You know, these logins are my logins. When I sign up, I log in. You also check your org. How you will check? Come here, go to the user menu. There is an option called My Settings or My Profile. Anything is fine. Click on, I just click on My Profile. Here you can put your image. Okay. You can see what are the certain things that are available here. But when you click on My Profile or My Setting, anything is fine. When you click on My Profile, here you can see your name and your photo. If you want, you can change. This is your registered email ID. Here you have an option, drop down. Click on My Settings. Here also one more option is there. Click on My Settings. Anything is fine. Right? Where I am on the setup option related to the administrator. I can change my password. You can put your email preferences, right? Here you can see personal, right? Where you can see on the left side part. Click on this option. Okay. Here you can see your personal information. You can change your password. Whatever your user related, that means admin related accesses. Whatever the admin related accesses, you can do it here. But this is a very important thing. What is this option here? Advanced user details. Advanced user details. You click on this option. So when you click on this option, where you are, this is my user record, which is available inside a Salesforce. Through this record only, I'm logging into the Salesforce. What is my profile? System administrator. Now I am a system administrator. You got clarity what I'm trying to say? How you see this record? Again, coming from the first. Simple. Either you just click on my profile or you click on my settings. Let me click on my settings. Here you have a personal. Click on this option. Here you can see the advanced user details. Now you can see what is your profile? System administrator profile. System administrator profile is the super user. He's a topmost. Understood? He's a principal. In a school, there is a principal is a topmost, right? Similarly, inside a Salesforce, system administrator is a top. When you sign up, you will get system administrator. We can change this one also. But as for the time being today, remember this diagram. We did sign up and I got a administrator profile. I have a Salesforce arc. Clear? Now you know how to check your user record. Again, one more time. Here you can see the user menu. Click on the My Settings. Here, personal. Click on Advanced User Details. You can see your own user record. You are a system administrator. System administrator has all the accesses. He's a super user. He has everything. He can do whatever he wants, he can do. Okay. No restrictions. Clear? Yes, now, how can I check the user record in the Lightning experience? Switch to the Lightning experience. Here you can see. That is this user menu. Here you have an option called settings. You can click on this. Anything is fine. See, this is my name, right? Here you can see an option called user details. Click on this. Now it opened my record. The same screen I have seen in the classic. Now I'm seeing in the Lightning experience. Clear? Now you know how to check your user details, your sign up user details. Sure. Now everyone sees the screen. Click on this setup. Scroll down. All these are nothing but admin related activities. So that means these are the activities can be done by your administrator. Who is administrator here? We are the administrator, because I am going to develop the application. I'm going to use these applications. I'm going to use these features to develop the applications. So I can control the other users also. Isn't it or not? I'm a super administrator. I can create one more end user. I can create application. I can give the access also. Come here. There is an option called manage users. How I got this option? First you need this setup option. You just click on the setup option inside a classic. Again, I'll show you the lightning experience. Click on the setup option. Scroll down. Here you can see the administrator. There you can see the manage users. Click on this. Here you can see an option called users. Now all users are available here. Is this user or not? This is a signed up user or not? What is the profile? System administrator profile. These are the other users, which is by default we got into the picture when you signed up. No use for this. We don't have any usage of this one. We are not using these things. Clear? Now, if you want to create a new user, here there is a button. Click on new user. And we will give the details. And we will give the details here. These are the details. Today we will create a new user. No worries. We'll create a new user. Don't worry. Now, in the industry, HR access means, how can we give HR access to our profile? HR means, you mean human resource? Sure. Okay, then we'll discuss this one about HR access or something. I understood your question. No worries. Okay. See, this is super admin. He can create end users. How many end users he can create? Many? It depends upon the licenses. Every user will have a license because we are purchasing licenses. Okay. So how would I know how many licenses I have means? You just click on the setup. Scroll down. Here you can see a company profile. Which one? Company profile. Click on this. Company information. These are Swhizz technologies. These are company information. Which edition we are using? Edition. Okay, which instance? AP16. AP16 means Asian Pacific 16. That is the database we are using. Okay, we don't have a control on that. Where data is storing in the AP16, Asian Pacific server. This is the org ID. As we check in the record IDs, right? In the last sessions, this is the org ID. Here, if you scroll down, you can see the licenses. Salesforce, we will work only on the Salesforce licenses to create the end users. In our project, either you have to develop sales user or a service user. We need licenses. Which license you need? Salesforce license only. We are not talking about this license for time being today. We are talking only about the end users. To create end users, we need Salesforce license. How many Salesforce licenses, total licenses I have in this free edition? 2. In that, one Salesforce license I already used. Administrator, administrator. I used one license. Let's see, I'll show you. For this user record, one license I have been already used, user license. Which license I have been used? Salesforce license. We have 2. I already used one, and remaining 1 is there. So how many end users I can create now? Only 1. But in real time, the use case is different. The count will be here many, like 2,000, 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 licenses will be there. So I can create those many end users. Ours is a free edition. Salesforce has given only 2. When I sign up, I have 1 license. When I sign up, I got 1 license. Okay. I got 1 license. Which license? User license as a sales course. Now I can also create end user with a license. Which license? Salesforce. Might be in the free edition I can create only 1 user. But in real time I can create many users. Remember, because this is a free edition, because license matters, the cost factor. Okay. So I can create in the free edition only 1 user. Only 1 user. Got it? Here also you can check in system overview. Salesforce licenses, maximum 2 we got. I used already 1. 50% occupancy has been done, and remaining 50 is pending. So I can create only 1 end user. Now I have a question. Boss, you are working on one of the project, Crompton, in the free edition. And you're going to create a 2 end users, one end user for sales department, 1 end user for a service department. But you have only 1 license. How you will deal? This end user will play dual role now. Dual role, right? Let us say if employees are not there, the same person doing the HR, the same person doing the some other job also. Dual roles. So I'm going to create an end user who plays a dual role. He act like a sales department, he act like a service department. But in the industry, individual roles will be there. Sometimes if I'm working in the small company, I am be the developer, I am be the QA also. I be the business analyst. Playing the different roles. Okay. Similarly, because we have a licenses issues are there. Okay. We have a license issues are there because we are working on the free edition. So I'll create 1 end user who acts like a sales and also act like a service department. I'll show the variation over this. Okay. Now going back again, as I said you, there is a profession, right? As I said you, there is a profile, right? Doctor having a doctor profile. In that doctor profile, specifications will be the cardiosurgeon, means he related to the heart related. Neurosurgeon, he related to the nerves. Similarly, we have a dentist, he related to the teeth. Clear? Got it? Software engineer, the different types of software engineers will be there. Developer, QA, like this. How can you decide whether this role? Because of profile. Which one? Profile. What is that? Profile. There is a profile in between these two. Profile. Whatever the work this end user has to do, we will register inside a profile, so that work only this end user will. Clear what I am trying to say? You understood? See, you are one of the end user. Understand? You are one of the end user. You want to work some actions. I will register in your profile what to do. Only those actions you will do. Out of the box, you will never do it. Clear? So this end user will be controlled by this profile. This profile license is also belongs to the Salesforce. Only those related license can be applicable here. Okay, this is we have only user licenses 2. One user license I used for one user. Now one more is pending. Okay, this profile is also belongs to the Salesforce license only. Okay, so profile is also very important. Without profile, nothing is there. Without profile, user is not there. Let us say Srikanth is one of the user. He do not have a profile. What he can do? You can't decide anything what he is doing, right? So in a real time, okay, we don't have an end user without a profile. So what I'm trying to say is, we will create the end user. Before creating the end user, you need a profile. That is my intention. What do you mean by profile means? Profile is nothing but some set of permissions. What user has to do? I will show you. Can anyone help me? How can I check the end user record? I mean, administrator record. I showed you in the beginning. Click on setup, or you can click on my settings, end user. This is the user record. This is the user record. This is the user record. This is the profile. Click on control button. Click on this link. A profile will be opened in the next page. See which profile it is? System administrator. So definitely today we are going to create. Today we are going to create profile and user. What is our today task? We are going to create profile and we are going to create a user. If you see the profile, this is a system administrator profile. Profile is nothing but some set of permissions. Many permissions will be there here. So you can see page load permissions, field permissions, custom app permissions, tab permissions, like this different permissions are there. Based on these permissions only, the user will work. Let us say, for example, see this. He can see sales app, service app, marketing app, right? Who is this? Administrator. Administrator can use these applications. If I uncheck any one of the application, let us say I'll uncheck this marketing application. Where you can uncheck? On this profile only. See this marketing application, I have been unchecked. Is this classic? Okay. I unchecked the marketing application. Where? On the administrator related profile. See, he cannot see. Now you understood what is the importance of profile? Okay, end user ki oka pani idi cheyali, idi kanipichali అని ఎక్కడ చెప్తారు? ప్రొఫైల్ అని చెప్తారు. Okay. Now he is unable to view that marketing application. Now he cannot access. Okay. So that is the importance of a profile. Right? Profile, as for the time being, put in your brain. Profile is nothing but some set of permissions. What end user can have access, what he has to do. Okay, what he has to do like this. So today we are going to create our own profile. We are going to create our own users. Before creating profile and a user, we have seen this administrator related user and profile, isn't it or not? Let me show you in the lightning experience again. How you can see? Click on this user icon. Here you can see settings, or you can click on the name directly. Okay, here you can see the advanced user details. Click on this. So this is the user record. Now when you click on this link, it will open profile. Now we are seeing the administrator related user record, administrator related profile record. Got it? When you did sign up, you have already created this user record on this profile already. Me sign up chesinappude you got this user record and you got this profile automatically created by the Salesforce and assigned to your account. Now we are going to create profile. We are going to create a user. Now tell me, admins. So the good question, does anyone in the org have authority to control admin access to the other admin itself? Yes. Yes. For your question, yes. Who controls the admin? Means admin only will control. Admin only will control. Okay. Admin, he is asking, himself also he can control, but not all the accesses. Not all the accesses. No, only admin is a superior. Let us say I am the administrator. I am the superior. I can also make you as also administrator. You are also superior. We both can control. We both can control each other. Yeah, it is possible. Okay, coming to the point, profile and user. Now put in your brain. Today I am going to create a profile on the user. Which one first? How can you say profile is first?
User.
Okay, good answer. That is correct. Okay, we will create a profile first. Why not user? We'll see. Again, go to the classic. I'll show you how to create a user in Lightning Experience and Classic. Anyway, same Classic screen will be open in the Lightning Experience. Okay, going back. Closing all this stuff. Click on Setup. To create user, put a heading in your books, whatever it may be. To create user, I'm showing the navigation. Click on Setup. In Lightning Experience, in Classic. Option call in the administrator task, manage users, there is a users. These are the all users, you can see it here. Here you have an option called new user. Check the mandatory fields. Last name, alias, email, username, nickname, user license profile. Profile is a mandatory option here. That means we need profile. Do we have a profiles here? Let me say I'll use the Salesforce license. I'm using the license as a Salesforce. I'm using the license as a Salesforce. Here I can see number of profiles. Here I can see number of profiles. I can choose the profile. So profile is a required field here. So I can say before creating the user, we need a profile. Before creating the user, we need a profile. Because in user, profile is a mandatory option. First of all, we need profile. Then only we can create a end user. Only for that reason, I put profile as a topmost. Then I put user as a second most. Clear? Okay. So as an administrator, I cannot create a profile and user by default like that. I need a requirement. Without requirement, you cannot create anything. Ready to create requirement? So I'm just creating the data dictionary. Okay. Here I will make the first column as user story number. Okay. User story number. Description. Description. Okay. Here I will give environment. Environment. Priority. Story point. Okay. Owner. Who is the owner? Status. These are very, very important. The many columns will be there. For time being, I just took only few. Here I will give the story number. Here I will give the story description. Which environment we are going to be developed. Okay. And the priority of the user story. And the story point of the user story. Who is the owner of that user story? Current status. Is it developed or in progress or what? Okay. Like this different options will be there. Where you can see such kind of an options means in industry people use, there are some tools in the industry. Zira is one of the software. Okay. I'll introduce the Zira in one of the weekend. Okay. At that time I'll show you. It is there is a free trial is there, but I cannot put all the end user story point, all the user stories over there. So I will create a user story like this. I can assign to the peoples. Okay. So there are different options we can see. I will show you. Not today. Today we'll concentrate only on the Salesforce. I don't have a Zira at the moment. So that is the reason what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create a data dictionary. Data dictionary means this project related. Everything will be available in this data dictionary. I will write the project description also here. Okay. And I can make some diagrams, flow diagrams. Okay. The project related, architecture related flow diagrams, everything I'm going to be update this document. Updating this document is my responsibility. The same you have to do it. Whatever I'm preparing, you have to prepare this document, because in the industry, we have to prepare such kind of a documents, because you work on one of the user story, that user story related information you need to be documented. Okay, coming to the user story. So I'm just giving one of the user story. I just make it as a 001 and the description. See this. This is very, very important. As a CRM product owner, as a CRM product owner, who is giving the requirement now? Product owner is giving requirement. I want an sales user in the Salesforce environment. Okay. Who controls the sales activities. Who controls the sales activities. Who controls the sales activities means generating the business. This is a requirement he given. As a product owner, I want the sales user. What he's saying, he want the sales user. He wants the sales user. This is the requirement he given. Why he need a sales user? Who controls the sales activities. That means he can generate the business. People will ask you question, interview question. Who are your end users? You should know your end users. Majorly for Salesforce QA people. Okay. Because they has to log in as a Salesforce end users and they want to check the application working fine or not. So mandatory at that time, you should know about your end users. So this is the requirement we got. What is the requirement? As a CRM product owner, I want a sales user in the Salesforce environment. So that he can control the sales activities. That means generating the business. This is the requirement we got. Okay. Now, who given this requirement? Product owner. Now, end user will come. Okay. Sorry. Now, all the technical people, business analysts, they will come. Okay. And they will try to work on this user story and they will develop. So, for every user story, we'll have one more option that is called acceptance criteria. What is that? Acceptance criteria. Very, very important, this one. What is this? Acceptance criteria. Acceptance criteria. With this acceptance criteria only, developers will develop the application. Developers will develop the requirement. Testers will test the requirement. If there is no acceptance criteria, nothing. So, acceptance criteria is very, very important. The first acceptance criteria is create sales user sales profile. Okay. With Salesforce as a license. This is the first acceptance criteria. And what is the second acceptance criteria means? Create a sales user record with Salesforce as license. Third acceptance criteria. Assign. See this, see the screen. Assign sales profile to sales user. If you follow these three acceptance criteria, then definitely this requirement is ready. So first, which environment we are going to develop this means? For example, sandbox. Test environment. Sandbox is nothing but a test environment. What is the priority? High. Because without this, we cannot test it. So, high priority. Story point. Now tell me, you guys has to tell me, you know about the story points. 1 pointer, 2 pointer, 3 pointer, 5 pointer, 8 pointer, 13 pointer. Now, how many pointers should I give this one? Here you have to develop a user record. Here you have to develop the profile record. Two things. You have to develop a profile. You have to develop a user. Complexity. We have to think about the complexity. We have to think about development efforts. We have to think about the deployment efforts as well. 3 pointer. Ashok has given 3 pointer. Can anyone? 1 pointer. Yes.
1 pointer.
12 pointer. So like this, even in the estimation call, people will ask you. So people will give their own pointers based on their knowledge and based on their efforts like this. So people will take the consolidated one. People will take the consolidated one. So for this story, I'm giving 3 pointer. Owner Srikanth. Status not yet started. Clear? We can add so many options here. So many options. The QA name, different people names. But whatever it may be, I'll majorly concentrate on this one. Okay. Later, when I introduce the Zira, I'm going to upload this user stories into that Zira. At that time, I'll show you. Okay. So this is the user story one, and this is the requirement what we got. And here you have seen the acceptance criteria. And right now the environment is a sandbox. That's what we are going to be do. And high priority and 3 pointer I given. Because it is very easy. Ready? In industry, you need not to develop such kind of a documents. Business analysts, architects, technical teams, they will take care. But what we have to do, based on this user story, we have to develop the application. Now ready? Now ready? We need to develop the sales user now. To develop a sales user, these are the acceptance criteria. Based on this acceptance criteria, we have to develop it. So now I got a user story. Now I got a user story, so I can work on this now. Ready? First of all, I will create a profile. Later, I will create a user. Come here. Come here. First, I will show you how to create a profile inside a classic. Then I will show you inside a lightning experience. Ready? Come. First, you have to click on the setup. Very, very important navigations. Click on the setup. Scroll down. Here you can see the manage users. Here you can see the profiles. As I said to you, profile is a never-ending concept. Profile will come every day in the everyday sessions. Because I have to work on applications, I have to work on objects, fields, record types, page load, so many things I have to be worked. So every day I'm going to touch about the profile. So these are the profiles are already available inside a Salesforce, are given by the Salesforce. That 2 types of profiles will be there: standard profiles and custom profile. Standard profile means which is already given by the Salesforce. Custom profile means where we are going to be created. Standard always the standard given by the Salesforce. Custom means where administrator has created. Who is the administrator now? Srikanth is the administrator. Now he is going to create a new profile. Click on the new profile. So I'm just, when I'm creating the profiles, I will clone the existing profile, because in the profile there are many options are there. So we cannot develop that from the scratch level. So in that cases, we have to clone the existing one. How? Come back again, navigation. Click on setup. Go to the manage users. There is a profiles. Here, new profile button is there. Click on this button. Existing profile. there are administrator profiles. Don't clone administrator profile. Why? Because he has all the accesses. Removing of all those accesses could be a problem. So Salesforce suggests us, if you want to create end users, please clone the standard user. So I'm cloning the standard user profile. Standard user profile is a Salesforce license profile. And I'm giving my own name here. Okay.
So
Sales.
can't we take the sales profile which already in there in Salesforce?
Yes, we can take it. Yes, you can take the standard user profile also. Okay. But my concept is I want to create a new profile. So for that reason, I'm just showing you the option like how to create a new profile. For the requirement, if it's suitable, yes, you can directly use the standard user profile, no problem at all. Okay, but my requirement
Okay,
is that
sir.
I want to show you the how to create a profile for that case. So now I am cloning the existing profile and I'm giving the name as a sales profile. Okay, I'll just give the name as sales agent. Sales agent profile. Click on save. See how simple the profile has been created. Now, whatever the options you want to be modified on this profile, click on edit. You can do whatever the stuff you want. Okay, I'll come to this profile every day. Today, I just created a profile. Now, let me show you how to create a profile in the Lightning experience. Click on setup. Go to the Lightning experience part. In Lightning, very simple. So, two options will be there: home, object manager. We have to click on the home. Okay, here so many options. You can see it here on the right side. Right? Click on the user interface. Okay. See, here it is not showing any option for us. Click on this users. Here I can see the profile. So if you're confused, I don't know where is the option. So very simple. There is a quick find box. If you don't know where is that option, come here, type like profile. Now directly it will auto search and it will show us. See the same screen that you have been observed in the classic, the same screen we are observing in the Lightning experience. Click on new profile. Right? So we already created that profile, no worries. Standard user profile, you can give the name of the profile and you can create it. No worries. We have created the existing profile, right? We have created one profile, right? What is that profile? Custom profile? Yes. This is the profile that I have been created, sales agent profile. That means the profile which I created in the classic can also be visible inside a Lightning experience. This is the profile I have been created. Okay. Ready? This is the profile I have been created. Now I want to create an end user. I want to create an end user. First of all, I will show you how to create end user inside a classic. Later, I will navigate to how to create the end user inside a Lightning experience. Click on setup. Scroll down. User, manage users. Users. If you're unable to find out this option, simple. What you'll do, there is a quick find box. Type like users. See it showing the users. Click on this users. First of all, what I have been created? Profile. Because user is dependent on the profile. Profile is not depends upon the user. So that is the reason I have created a profile first. Now, Here there is a user. First time I'm creating the end user now. Click on new user. And I'm giving the details. See here, this is very, very important. You can give the name of that end user, whatever it may be. Okay. So I'm giving the name of that one, end user, sales rep. Email I'm giving my email ID. Okay. Username must be important. Username. So I'm giving the username as sales rep. Sales rep. Rep means representative. Sales representative @ crompton.com.dev. I just given like this. This is a developer. Let me check this end user is available or not. Okay. So sales rep @ crompton.com. I have given this end user so many times. Same name. Might be it won't be available. Let us see. Okay. Forget about the role for time being today. It is a required field, but no worries. And now you have developed one profile, right? Where that profile is not showing here. This profile depends upon the user license. We have created a profile with respect to the Salesforce as a license. Click on this option. Now you choose license. Now we have only 2 licenses. In that one license I already used. Now I'm giving one more Salesforce license to this end user. Now when I choose a Salesforce as a user license, now I can see the profiles that are available. Is this my profile or not? Sales agent profile. This is a custom profile I created. Right? User license. If I change the user license as charter external, can I see my profile? No. Why? Because the profile I have been developed based on the Salesforce user license. If I choose a Salesforce as a user license, then only I can choose my. You can also give the system administrator, no worries. But according to the user story requirement, he must be an end user. And they are asking us to apply the only sales agent profile. Right? I given this necessary details. Whatever the required options you given, please give it. Click on save. See, it saved successfully. It saved successfully. Now I will get a verification email to this email ID. What I will get? Verification email. Come here, open my Gmail. Right? I got this option. What is this? New user. What I got new user. I got new user. New user as sales rep. Have you seen this image? Have you seen this kind of an email earlier? Whenever you created a sign up administrator ka time kochi ippudu end user ki ochindi. Okay. Now I will verify my account. It's already here. Srikanth is there, right? What I will do, I will right click on this. Here there is an open link in an incognito window. What it is saying? Incognito window. Incognito window. I want to show the variation. That is the reason I opened in incognito window. Reset password. Ready for a new password. Now it is asking the password reset. So I'm giving password as capital PASS @123. Capital PASS @123. It is asking the security question, which city you born. I just give the country name. India. Change password. Do you think this is an administrator or end user? Yes, he is an end user. See, he's an end user. Who is that guy? Sales rep. Who is that guy? Sales rep. Where I open? I open in the incognito window. In normal browser, Srikanth is there. In incognito window, end user is there. You cannot open both users in the same browser. It will be replaced. But you can open in the different browsers. Okay, do one thing. Open administrator in Chrome. Open end user in the Microsoft Edge or Mozilla or Opera, whatever or incognito window. I just open in the incognito window. See, this black color represents end user. This color represents administrator. Clear? Now you know how to create user and the profile. Okay. Let me show you how to create end user inside a Lightning experience. Click on this Lightning experience. Very simple again. Click on this setup icon. Then you will navigate to the force.com homepage. Here, there is an option called users. Click on this users or directly type users on the quick find box. See, this is the administrator. This is the sales agent, which I created few minutes back. If you want to create a new user again, click on the new user. Right? The same screen, whatever you see in the classic, it is also the same screen has been embedded in the Lightning experience. The same options will be available. Do you see the Salesforce license here? Do you see the Salesforce license here?
No.
It's over. 2 over. No user you can create. Okay, but no worries. Okay, this is the way how you create a profile and the user in the Salesforce Classic and in the Lightning experience. And this is the requirement that what we got. We started development or not? So deployment status, not yet started. Still, we never deployed it. It is in the sandbox only. We are working test environment only. Okay. So we started working on this in progress. Once the deployment has been done, I'll change this to the. If testing is going on, I'll change the status to ready for QA. Based on the statuses, I will give it. Right. So today we have been discussed about users. I showed you generally. You have your own profile. Doctors has their own profile. Based on the profile only, user will act. Without profile, user is dummy. User and profile is a regular activity because we are going to develop application. We are going to develop objects. We are going to develop fields. All these are related to the users and profiles. All these are belongs to the users and profiles. Ready? You understood? Okay. So user and profile is a concept. Every day it will come. It's even till end, it will come user and profile. But as for the time being, say that user is nothing but a license. Profile is nothing but some set of permissions. What kind of permissions we'll see in the next regular activities. Now, develop the user story too. Before developing, let me log out by the end user. I log out as an end user. Let me log in. This end user username, right? Come here, open in incognito window, login.salesforce.com. Now give your end user and give the password, capital PASS, grade 123. I don't want to register my phone. See, this is a end user. Here you can see end user. So from today onwards, remember everyone, this is very, very important point. From today onwards, I'm going to develop application with Srikanth as administrator. From today onwards, I'm going to develop application with Srikanth. And I'm going to test the application, the developed application with the end user. Clear? Sure? Paka? Now, let us see this. This is very, very another important point. Mandatorily has to put in your brain. As I said, from today onwards, who is going to develop the application? Administrator. So administrator must have this setup option. Why? Because when you click on the setup option, then only we can go to the force.com homepage and we can access these features and we can develop the application. This guy is a administrator or end user? End user. Then why he needs setup option? See, there is a chances he can also modify the application. So I want to remove this option. Where can I remove? Go to the administrator, because remember this diagram. He has an access. This user has an access of setup. I want to remove that setup means you have to remove in the profile level. Who will remove? Administrator, because all end users are controlled by the end users. All end users are controlled by the administrators. All end users are controlled by the administrators. Now this end user has an additional option that is called setup. I want to remove. చూడు ఈ సెటప్ ఆప్షన్ ఉండటం వల్ల ఏం జరిగిందంటే అడ్మిన్ రిలేటెడ్ యాక్టివిటీస్ అన్ని చూడగలుగుతున్నాడు. దాని ద్వారా ఏమవుతుంది? He can chances to modify the application. So I want to remove this option. How can I remove this setup is the question. Who can remove? Admins only can do it. Now go to the admin. Yes, I went to the admin. Which user is getting the issue? Click on the users. This end user got a setup option. I want to remove it. This is the user fixing the issue now. Okay. Now go to his profile. What is his profile? Sales agent profile. Click on this agent. Click on edit option. Type like Control F. Setup. See here, what is this? View setup and config. Where this option is available? In the profile, in the administrative permissions. Which profile this is? Sales agent profiles. Whatever we have been creating that last 5 minutes back, in the sales agent profile, there is an option called view and config. Uncheck this option. I unchecked it and save it. With a fraction of seconds, go here. Refresh or do anything. I cannot see that option here. Now, do you see that option setup? Is removed or not? How you removed it? ఈ end user profile కి వెళ్ళి remove చేస్తే అయిపోతుంది. Simple. Go to this end user's profile and review it. అంటే the meaning ఏంటంటే ఈ end user ఒక ఆప్షన్ చూస్తున్నాడు. This end user is viewing one option means if you want to remove that option means go to that end user profile. To control this end user, see what we can say, people says that by heart or kondaguttu or something, whatever it may people says, right? Okay. If I want to control this end user, where you will control? This end user related profile only control. You give access in the profile, he can see. You remove access in the profile, he cannot see. That's it. That is the only gurtu you have to make it clear. Now, first time this administrator has created a new profile, has created a new user, and this administrator not only creating, he is controlling this end user's profile and the users. See, now this guy become as a only the end user. He can only access the applications. See, he can only access the applications. He can only access the application. That is what. Clear?
Yes, sir.
It is a never-ending concept. Profile and users is a never-ending concept. We are going to be deal every day with every aspect of point. See, inside Salesforce, it will be like this. This is nothing but application. Consider it. Inside application, there are some tabs. Right? See this. This is one of the service application. This is one of the sales application. When I click on sales application, sales object, sales application related tabs are coming, isn't it? When I click on service, service application related tabs are coming or not, isn't it or not? Then watch this diagram. So when you access the application, you can see the related tabs, that application related tabs, right? When you access the tab, what it is open? It is opens the object landing page. Which object landing page? Accounts. So that means when you access the tab, what it will open? What it will open? Object. Application will contain a group of tabs. If you select any one of the tab, what it will open? Object will be open. In the object, what you can do? I can create a record. I can update a record. I can delete the record. So object, what it will have? It will have records. We can call it as a fields. In object, we'll have a fields. In object, we'll have a fields. See, I can access the application. I can access the tabs. I can access the objects. I can access the fields. I can enter the data. I can save it. Isn't it or not? End user, right? Right? Very elementary level example. See, end user, understand, end user accessing the application, accessing the tab, accessing the object, accessing the fields. How is it possible? Yes. We gave this application level permission, this tab level permission, object level permissions, field level permissions into the profile, where we have given profile. Sales agent profile. I have given this application. That means whenever I create this application, whenever I create this profile, by default, as for the cloned profile, it has taken already. This permission has been given to the application, permission given to the sales agent. You won't believe me? See this? Sales application is accessed by the sales representative. Why? Because I am saying that this application access is given to this profile. And who is using this profile? This end user is using this profile. So that is the reason he can able to access the application. You won't believe me? I will show you it. Now he's accessing sales profile, sales application. Now. This is a sales agent profile, right? I'm in the system administrator. Click on edit. It is a default one, right? Okay. Just give me a second. I'll make another application as a default and I can remove it. I'll make this as a default. So now I'm removing this option. I'm removing this option. Who removed? Srikanth. Srikanth means administrator. I removed that option. 2 minutes back, he has access of this application. Now I removed that access application. Refresh. See, the application gone. There is no sales application. You understood what I'm trying to say? Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
This end user is able to this application, able to access this tab, able to access this object, able to access these fields, able to see these fields, able to see these objects, able to see these tabs, applications means he has a permission in the profile. If he don't have permission in the profile, he cannot see. See, this guy able to see the sales app, marketing app, and these are the objects he's able to see. Okay, when I click on this object tab, when I click on this new, okay, he able to see these fields also means he has an access. He has a permission where in the profile level. Clear? So he has access of application access. Access. Object access. Field access. In the profile. We have given this profile to this end user so that he can act like this. If I change this end user profile means differently he will act. This is the Salesforce, the single diagram where I have been drawn. This is directly the Salesforce. Salesforce will have end users. Salesforce will have profiles. End user will behave based on the profile. We got clarity. When you open application, tabs will be there. When you open tabs, objects will be there. When you open object, fields will be there. When you enter, record will be stored. To access all these things, you need a profile. Profile will be given to the end user. This is a complete structure that is available inside a Salesforce. This is Salesforce. Single bottom line. So we have a different securities will be coming in the future. Application level security, tab level security, object level security, field level security. All those are related to the profiles. That's why I said it is a never-ending concept. When you're working on applications, we'll discuss about profiles. When you're working on tabs, we'll discuss about profiles. When you're working on objects, we'll discuss about profile. When you're working on fields, we'll discuss about profile. And we are doing testing with the end user. Okay, developing the requirement with the user story points. Any questions? Okay, so today my task is to do, you have to create a profile and user. I'll upload this data dictionary, okay, in the drive. You can find it out there. So tomorrow we are going to work on this application tabs, objects, and fields. Clear? So because why I'm stopping here means I can also explain the applications today, but I don't want to be confused. Take time, because working on profiles and users is very, very important rather than working on this application tab and object. So today you're going to create your own end user. Whatever the application we are going to be developed, we are going to do the unit test in the next coming days. I will change this logo. I'll change these colors. I'll change this screen. What is our project? Crompton. Why Salesforce logo is here? Understood? I would like to be changed this. To do that one, first of all, you need user and profile. Try to make it. Try to make this user and profile. This is very, very important to me. Now, you already have the this org, right? Type like this: trailhead.salesforce.com. What is that? Trailhead.salesforce.com. Click on this login or click on this sign up. Right? When you click on sign up or login, if you have a Salesforce account by default open here, it will ask, click on Salesforce. Login. Right? It already took my previous trailhead option, but no worries. Okay, you will have a 0 points, 0 badges, something like this. It will be there for you. Okay, so why this trailhead means? Trailhead is very, very important. People will look at you, whether you are professional or not, whether you are certified or not. Okay, how many points you gain, how many badges you gain, how many super badges you have been done. Okay, everything will be registered here. Everything will be registered here. So try to create a trailhead. How you will create a trailhead account? Trailhead.salesforce.com. Okay, there is a sign up. Click on the sign up. Either you took Salesforce account or Gmail account or whatever it may be. You took it. Okay, it will come like this. Okay, so I will give you day-to-day tasks every day. Let us say if I given some work on this accounts and contacts for lighting experience, you just open like this. It's a 20 minutes activity. Read it clearly. Everything will be there. Original documents, these are. In the bottom, we have a hands-on challenge. Try to launch this one, try to create it. And you will get a points. You'll get a points. Right? These are activities that you have to do. I'll give you the link. Okay, you will get a link in our group. Group will be created today. Okay, so in that group, I will post you the link that what you're going to be doing it onto the trailhead. 2 activities every day you have to do. First of all, the classwork. The classwork, what I'm giving, every day you have to do. Classwork means this user story you have to do. And the second thing is trailhead. Trailhead. At the end, when you're leaving this institute, you can see how many points you got. You can see how many certifications you got, that batches. So those are also very, very important for us. So today, what we have been discussing more, we have been discussing more about the profile and users. We have created new profile, we have created new user, and we logged into the new user. Okay, and I'm controlling that end user with the administrator. I showed you only 2 ways, only 2 things I have showed you how to control it. There many ways are there. It will come in the next coming sessions. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm going to introduce you one more user story to deal with applications. Tomorrow, I'll create application and I'll give that application to the end user. When I log into that end user, now this end user is watching all the different applications, right? Now the sales user, if you see, he's seeing these many applications. I don't require to watch these many applications. Okay, I don't require this. So tomorrow, one more user story will coming into the picture. So we will create two applications. We will create two applications. One application for sales department and another application for the service department. One application is for generating business. Another application is for supporting the customers. Customer care. One application for customer care. One application for the sales activities. We'll assign to the user, different users. We'll see that one tomorrow. But for time being today, you have to be create user and profile. A new end user has to be there. If you have the end user only, then we'll start work, or else no work. Okay, so try to create today itself. So that's it for today. This is what I would like to be delivered. So do it practically. Once you've done your work, please make a documentation. Please make a documentation. Documentation is important. I will review it. Okay, so everyone in the online, you got drive access by your
Yes, sir.
relationship manager.
Yes,
If
sir.
not, please type no. Okay, so today, again, my bottom line of today's session is you want to create user, you want to create a profile. Logging into that new user and check what it is there. If you want to try to create records, create the records. That is the first task. And the second task is try to create a trailhead account. Trailhead account and sync this Salesforce arc to the trailhead account. You will understand. Okay. Okay. Everyone has access. Good. Okay, that's it for today. We'll see in the tomorrow sessions. If you don't have any questions, we can wind it up. And tomorrow is a very interesting thing because we are going to develop the applications and we are going to assign to the end users. And let us see how that end user is using that application, how fastly we will create. Okay, fraction of seconds we can create. Less than 1 minute we can create and we can assign. Okay, thank you. I'll upload this video in the next 15 minutes. You can watch one more time if you require, or else you try to create yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.